Now, bad news is I didn't have to measure this at all. Well, I mean, it's good news for me, but bad news for y'all. I didn't have to measure this at all to get the exact length of a hood type thing that I need. But I'm going to give y'all an idea about how big mine is. Alright. On a fold, this is still the same bed sheet. On a fold, you want it to go from shoulder to shoulder. Alright, that's about how wide you want it, roughly. Alright, and then this varies from person to person too. That's also what you have to remember. So I have mine going from shoulder to shoulder, width-wise, and it is on a fold. And then as far as length-wise, mine goes from my shoulders all the way down to my ankles. Alright? I'm 5'2", so I'm not sure. I doubt this is 5. Maybe 4'8", 4'9", possibly. I'm not sure. But this is also in inches, by the way, guys. But this is what I would suggest. Make it width-wise your shoulder length. Alright, and go a little past it because, you know, you got to count the seam allowance. And then as far as how long you need it, I would go from right where your neck is, your shoulders, all the way down to your ankles for the length. And do this on a fold, preferably. I mean, you don't have to, but it's going to make it look fuller. And it's just going to help with the weight of the hood. So, yeah. Now that we got this cut, which I'm shocked that I had exactly what I needed, now we're just going to pin the length. We're going to fold it over and pin the length. Okay? Before we sew the sides together. So pin this and zigzag stitch or straight stitch, either way. I'm zigzagging because I want that extra support and to keep it from fraying. So pin your length and sew it. I'll come back when I have this pinned. Now we're going to sew here and up there. Zigzag stitch, and I made a little point, and we're going to sew at that little middle point. All I did was fold it, made a triangle shape, and that's it. But you don't have to. This is optional. But just stitch it. Zigzag stitch. Leave one side of it open because we're going to pull it through. So leave one side of this so-called scarf thing open. I went ahead, turned it inside out, and folded in like a hem and stitched it shut on the other side. So now I got the that mesh looking bed stuff, the dust ruffle stuff. Yeah, you can barely see it. This stuff. I went ahead and pinned it to the outside. You're only doing one layer of it, and you're just going to top stitch it because this needs top stitched anyway. So I figured, well, we'll kill two birds with one stone and just top stitch this to it. So yeah, that is what we are doing. And after you top stitch this, I'll get back to you, I guess. Make sure you cut your seam allowance and everything, like cut as close to the stitch as possible once you finish all this. But try not to cut the actual pillowcase. Well, it looks like a pillowcase, so this is another way you could do it, is just get a pillowcase, like a really long one, and do it this way too. But in this case, just go ahead and top stitch the netting to this, and I'm doing a zigzag stitch so it looks nice and finished and so it doesn't fray. Here is the finished hood look. As you can see, I can still see, and I have y'all angled. But yeah, what you do is you sew the two ends together, and then I went through and gathered them and just did an in out stitch, then looped it just like I did with my date night Harley. And then you just literally tuck all the extra fabric in. And voila, this makes the hood. Because she has it so tight up against her face, my glasses are messing it up. That it does that, excuse me. And yeah, this is it from the back. My hair is a mess, which is okay. It's the same style she has. And you just pull it up. And I'm just going to let it lay, because it does it perfectly, like even on the shoulders. So technically, if you make a pillowcase, this is going to work. So yeah, I love it. It's so, like, I thought this part scared me the most, and I was like, but it's actually the easiest part out of the whole costume so far. Now, we just need to go, I'm gonna go wash it with light detergent. Come on, camera, seriously? Looks like I'm picking my nose. But, I'll leave my hand up so it'll stay focused. But we're gonna wash it in light detergent and and hot water. And then we're gonna hang it and let it dry. So, yeah. This is literally it. I thought about putting snaps or something on the shoulders, but honestly, I don't think I'll need them because the way that it's draping, that's kind of the point. It doesn't need it, you know? So I'm going to use some clear detergent of some sort. I'm going to use baby detergent, but I'm suggesting y'all use some clear type detergent. Sorry if I'm pacing. And, yeah, that's what's going on. See if I can... I don't know if y'all saw in the back, but I kind of hope you did. But, yeah, this is it. And you just sit here in the mirror and tuck, 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 and then pull, and tuck and pull, and you'll get your hood. So, I'm excited, at least to say. Alright, let's wash this thing and prime it for painting. Yeah. I used this. It's fabric spray paint. And it has glittering diamond glitter in it. So what I did, it's like a little spritzer. I put 2 coats on my hood. I have my coat drying out here too, so. I put 2 coats on my hood. You can't see it, but in photographs, like in person, I can see it. On this camera though, you cannot see it. But it gives that glittering effect to where it looks really wet. So it's really cool. And I put it all over the hood. We're going to be basically putting this all over the costume when we're done. So, that is your hood. And you're supposed to let it dry for 4 hours, is what it says. So, yep, that's what's going on. And that is the hood. That's really all we're doing to the hood. I hope y'all enjoyed this tutorial. So, yeah, please hit like, subscribe, and ring that bell. Happy cosplaying!